All right, y'all. Welcome. Good afternoon. It is about 3 o'clock in between work days for me, and I just wanted to come on here and talk to you real quick for my first vlog, day in the life. I work night shift, so I just woke up and I had something to eat, and I probably will be laying down for a few more hours. I don't really have to get up till about 5-ish to get ready to go back into work. And they might even cancel me. So, it's summer. So summertime, the census kind of gets a little bit low, and, you risk getting canceled sometimes and most of the time. So just FYI for new nurses that, might not experience it or whatever at your first job. When the census gets low, they cancel. And usually the first they cancel is like overtime, PRN people, travelers. So yeah, it is what it is. It kind of sucks, but hopefully the census will get back up and it won't be like an issue for too long. So I say that only, because a lot of people, are working. I'm like, my stand keeps messing up. Are working, to get the extra hours right now. Obviously, everyone needs to work, right? So, yeah, so welcome to my first day in the life. I shot some shots last night at work, and unfortunately, they're all up and down like this, and that just won't do for YouTube, will it? And I completely forgot. So I'm gonna try to shoot some more shots for you guys, and I'm like trying to look at myself but also like look at you guys. It's very odd, but I'm getting used to it. And so I'm at my desk right now. This is my desk setup. You saw a little bit like my computer and stuff, and my like EDM flags, my Tomorrowland flag. If anybody recognized it, woot woot to you. I think it's going on right now, actually, or maybe it just happened last weekend and maybe this weekend. So shout out to everyone at Tomorrowland celebrating. A friend brought that back for me one year. So it's a prized possession, darling. But so nurse life, day in the life. So yesterday I worked. I just worked today and tomorrow. I work the 12-hour shifts. I do my rehab. When I go in, I get my patient assignment. I actually do relief charge nurse as well. So my days kind of change, and they vary. So I'm hoping to be able to cultivate a day in a life with, more like patient care scenarios that actually are like true to life. And that's what I'm gonna try to hope to get today, so I can kind of like set that up in the vlog. But like I said, all my footage is vertical, which just won't do. So I have a couple of things to do in the morning. I have to take my car in. I have to get some blood work done. So I have a busy day in the morning after like leaving work. So I plan on doing that, and that's really it. But I'm gonna try to take you in and go through the shift with me. Rehab. My unit is not too big. It's only 40 beds, and it's inside of a hospital. And I think that a lot of people don't really realize like that the unit exists. So I definitely just want to bring more attention to inpatient rehab, because I really do like it, and I feel like I'm comfortable in it. You know, it's not like too crazy. It's not too like lax. And I feel like every nurse needs to find, I'm like leaning on the table so the thing's shaking. Every nurse needs to find their like, you know, niche, right? Where they fit in and where they're good at so that you can really thrive. So I feel like if you are at a new location and you're still not feeling comfortable, you've been there like a year, you know, and you're still not getting it, you've utilized your resources, I would say switch it up, you know what I mean? Like, I think times are gone of the days that we stay in jobs for 20 years, you know what I mean? If you're not happy, you leave. And that's what I suggest, you know, it's more about quality of life. Nursing, I think, is great because of our, you know, job security and the need of nurses. So you will be able to find a job pretty much anywhere. And so I think that just keep trying different specialties until you find one that sticks and that you find one that you like. Obviously, you know, if you like OB, if you like the ER, you know, you're going to know that. You're going to know if you like that. But there's so many other avenues and things that you can do, informatics, community health, you know, just different things that might be better for your quality of life. Might not pay as much, even though they pay really good. I think we get paid really good as far as for the area because one, you're in a hospital, so you get paid up with the hospital nurses. And then also you have to kind of see who is the company owner, you know what I mean? Because sometimes they are based out of other areas, so the wages might be a little bit up because the corporate is in another location. So the corporate bases their wages off, like, say the city that they're located in, but then they have the unit or whatever in a different city, which is kind of similar to where I work. So the wages are a little bit better. So like, for instance, for example, I believe new grad nurses right off the you know, out of school with no experience make like $25 or $26 an hour on my unit, which is pretty good. When I was getting out of school and I was applying to hospitals, even with a bachelor's degree, they were offering me like $19 an hour, which I wasn't about that life. I didn't think that was appropriate to not even make $20 an hour in the hospital as a new grad and a bachelor's degree. So when I got out of school, I went into long-term care because they paid better and that's where I could find a job. But that's a story for a different time. So rehab, I feel like, is like intermediate, but we still get heavy patients. We still get sick patients. We still do a lot of patient care. We still do a lot of nursing, a lot of skills. So I feel like if you like, you know, to feel kind of like, I don't know, I feel personally like I can handle any situation, you know what I mean? Like there's not very many ways that it can go, right? I don't know. I think that's just my brain and how I was grown up and how I was taught to think, you know, like think of the worst case possibilities most of the time. So like in my situation on my unit, you know, if a patient is going down, like getting sicker, going bad, or, you know, I'm feeling like we can't handle it, you know, we can't, my interventions aren't working. And I work at night too, so there's not doctors there, like in the facility. You know, I always feel like we can handle it, you know what I mean? There's hospital resources right there, you know, you can call your rapid response team or whatever, you know. We utilize the hospital in that way, which is great. And we have like the ICU and stuff like that, literally like right below us. So we kind of take sicker patients, I think. And I work at like a trauma center. So I see a lot more car accidents, motor vehicle accidents, just a little bit, I think, higher acuity, just because of where I work. But I think it's also the future of rehab, like the future, because there's a lot of money to be made, and I think it's a business. So I think a lot of organizations are realizing this, and they're making these types of units. So almost every single hospital, you're gonna see a rehab unit, an inpatient rehab unit in the hospital. If not their own, they're gonna partner with another company, or there's gonna be another company building a freestanding rehab close by. Absolutely. And you're gonna see it more and more. It's happening already here in Florida, has been, but it's just now, catching on. And there's a lot of more companies literally in the works of spending not billions, but I don't know what the budget is, definitely millions of dollars on brand new rehab hospitals, that are whole hospitals strictly rehab. So I think that, again, like that continuum of care is changing in healthcare, and they're trying to keep the patient from being readmitted to the hospital. But anyway, so that is a little splurge, a little tidbit about rehab and, why I feel comfortable there. But I will hopefully be able to get more footage this way of my day in the life. So here we go. Time to get up. Surprise, surprise. Guess what scrubs I get to pick out? Lime juice. These have legit been the best scrubs, these Walmart scrubs. I've had them forever, literally for like 6 years. They've lasted the longest. They're the cheapest, period. Thank God for scrub caps, because I don't want to do my hair every day, and I don't really care. Before COVID, they used to be like, it's against dress code, basically, to wear a scrub cap if you didn't work in the OR areas, or like areas that you were scrubbing in. After COVID, they don't care. They do not care. You can wear your scrub cap wherever. And that's what I'm about. Because it really, I also have to wear a mask, and I prefer to wear a mask. And it's crazy. Funny story. Side note, I have like leftover massacre. Funny story. Like before COVID and stuff, there was a nurse that didn't like getting her flu shot. There's like 2 nurses. And they forced them to wear a mask. Like that was a policy if you refused for like your religion or whatever, or because you were allergic to eggs or whatever. if you refuse to get the flu shot during flu season, which is like half the year, you had to wear a mask, which was like, you know, the fall till whatever months, like 6 months, you're supposed to wear a mask. So like back in the day, that was like unheard of. Everybody was like, oh my God, how can you wear a mask all this time? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, I remember having this conversation with her. And she'd be like, oh, no, it's not that bad, whatever. Like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, whatever. And I worked with her for a few years. So it was like a few years when flu season came up, she would have a mask on and nobody else would wear masks at that time. Except for her. So it's funny that after COVID, like, we're all wearing masks and it's very normal now. I don't work with her anymore. If you ever see this, I hope all is well to you. That I always thought was funny. But yeah, so after COVID, they don't care about if you have your scrub cap because we wear masks and my little things have buttons. So it hurts your ears. So I prefer to wear a mask and I prefer to not have the mask like irritate my ears all night. So scrub cap it is, and I will try to order more there from Amazon because they're getting a little dingy because I wash them. But they're only like $10 or $15 or something like that, and I've had them for a few years because I got them right at like the start of COVID. I had 3 of them, now I just have 2 of them. I don't know what happened to the 3rd one, but I need to order some more. Because they definitely protect your hair, they keep everything in order, plus when you're like gowning up and stuff, it just makes it easier. Not to mention, you don't have to do your hair every fucking day. Win-win. Win-win all around. So I just do a little bit of mascara. This is Lily Lashes. I like her mascara. It was like, I don't know if she discontinued it or like, but it makes the lashes look great. Because when I went on the website before to get this, it was on sale. But I hope that she brings it back because I like it a lot. So that's that. I'm a little glistening now because I put my moisturizer on and whatnot. I ate earlier when I woke up, but I gotta probably get something to eat on my way in. Which this journey too is about me like holding myself more accountable. I just need to do better. I'm gonna be working out more, and just by documenting all of this, you know, hopefully if it helps one person, it helps them and it helps me too. Because it's the consistency. I have short-term goals, but I also have long-term goals. So if I'm doing this in between, the time's gonna go by regardless. So at the end, gang, goals. All right, we're looking good. Let me brush my teeth and then we'll be on to the next thing. So funny enough, I got canceled. So I took off my scrubs and I'm changing my clothes. Census is low, which I kind of thought would happen. And we're making new plans. Oh Lord. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner. I gotta like focus on not looking at myself. So I gotta see what I'm gonna do for dinner. My friend was gonna got me sushi, and was going to bring it into work, and now my sushi dinner is at work and I'm here, but that's okay. And also I had other business like blood work and stuff I was going to do in the morning on my way home from work. I had scheduled it where I work, you know, to do on my way home. I have to drop off my car at the, you know, service on the way in, but now I just have to get up early to do those things, so it's okay. So another night off to edit and play around with videos and content and stuff, which is cool. So I'm just gonna do that. I might go over to my parents' house and see what they're doing and see what they're up to, bother them a little bit because I haven't seen them. And that's all she wrote for today. Low-key day in the life. I thought it was gonna be more interesting for day one, but no. Look at my pretty plant back there. It was a gift. I wonder how old she is, because I feel like she's been like passed down through the generations. She was my grandmother's, and then my aunt had her, and now she's mine. It's a Dieffenbachia, but look, it's like a tree. I know, cool. All right, guys, I hope you have a good day. Stay tuned for the next episode, vlog, whatever. I have a birthday vlog coming up, Leo season, and yeah, more day in the life vlogs, actually day in the life vlogs as a rehab nurse coming up soon.